Good morning, guys. It is Monday, February 27th. We are getting rain, freezing rain. We already have a glaze of it on our deck, but it's supposed to get up to 38 degrees, so it should melt it off. But it's a 100% chance of rain today. Our downy woodpeckers out there. It's going to be a nice gloomy day today. So follow me along during my day and I will let you know what I'm having for my meals. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And I will chat with you all later at our first cup of coffee. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is February 27th, and I am just sitting here in the recliner. It is 33 degrees out and just downpour rain, which is basically ice. Everything has a coat on it, but it's above that freezing mark, so hopefully it will continue to climb up so that it will melt it all off. So this morning for breakfast, I have in my second cup of coffee my French vanilla sugar-free creamer, and that is 1 point. And then I'm having my usual, which is my smoothie. And in my smoothie, I have 3/4 cup of Greek yogurt for 0, a cup of baby spinach for 0, frozen fruit for 0, and a banana for 0, and a cup of 2% milk, and that is a 5 points. So my breakfast is a 6-point breakfast. So I'm not for sure what I'm going to do today. Whatever needs to be done around the house as far as housework goes. Oh, I do know I'm going to be making some bread. We are out of the bread I made, which is brioche bread. So I might take you along the different stages of that. And other than that, I'm going to work on my granny square blanket this morning. I've done my devotions. I am going to watch some YouTube. And then this afternoon, I might go in my sewing room and finish sewing on that mystery quilt. This is what it looks like outside. Dark enough that I have to have the lights on. Quite dreary out. But other than that, this is what I'm going to be working on right now and enjoying the quietness of the morning. And I will talk to you guys either at lunchtime or when I start making the bread. See you then. Hey guys, I am going to make my bread recipe. It is brioche bread, and you can make 1 loaf or you can make 2 loaves. This is it right here. That's what it looks like. This is, I make a lot of breads, and this has been the best bread that my husband actually loves. So So I'm just going to tell you the ingredients, and then I'm going to mix it together and show you what it looks like after it's all mixed together, because it does have to be, you have to let it double in size about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, and then you have to divide it up and put it in the loaf pan and let it rise again another 45 minutes, and then until it's double, and then you bake it. So the recipe right here, these are the ingredients. You can always screenshot, change up your ingredients, but we use what we have here. So for us, it ends up being like a 4 to 5 point slice, which is quite high, but it's quite good. So I just plan for it. But anyways, I do not use bread flour. I'm using all-purpose flour. So I'm going to use my all-purpose flour, sugar, butter, salt. I use 2% milk because that's what we have. I use instant yeast. It calls for an egg, and it calls for a quarter, 3/4 to 1 cup of lukewarm water, and I find that 3/4 cup for me works out perfect. So again, I am going to mix this all up, and then I will show you. And the reason it's on my scale is because I do by the grams. So it works out better. She even says that it does. And she also has a YouTube channel on how to make this bread also. So if you just look up Alexandra Kitchens, I think is what it is. Easy brioche loaf recipe, no need. Then you'll find her. But again, I am only going to do a 1 loaf. She gives you for 2 loaves. Here's the one for 2 loaves. You can always pause and screenshot or write it down. Or you can go to her website and you can download these. These are all for free. So I will be back as soon as I get this all prepared. Well, and I don't know if I finished this, but I go by the scales. I go by the grams, so it's more accurate. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, guys, I have mixed all the dry ingredients in here. Like I said, I use my scale. It's got the sugar, salt, flour, yeast in it. So that is all mixed. I've melted my butter. I beat the egg because I'm only doing 1 loaf. I got my water ready, my milk, and I'm using 2%. And I forgot to show you the most important thing. You need 3 tablespoons of butter. So I will hold it here for a second or 2 so you can get that on there. So this one is for the 1 loaf. This is her website. She has a lot of good stuff there. I've tried her Mom's Peasant bread, and that's very good too. This is the 2 loaf one. One of these times I'll do 2 loaves, but for right now we only need 1. That's what it's going to look like. That is the name of it again. So I have the egg, so you just add the egg. You're going to add the butter. Going to add the milk as I spill it. And I just like mixing this up a minute so it's well incorporated. And for me, I am going to use only 3/4 of a cup of this one. So I am going to leave about 1/4 of a cup of water because I've made this before and I found out that that was just enough. So you just mix all of this together. This dough will be very sticky too, wet and sticky. So once I do that, then I will pour this into the dry ingredients. and then you just mix it. So let me pause you a second and I'll bring you back. Guys, this is what it looks like right here. I am just going to cover it. I've got some Glad press and seal. I'm going to cover it and I'm going to let it rise a good 2 hours. Check on it. If it's not as high as I want, I'll let it rise that 3rd hour. So I will take you along for today and I will bring you back when I'm ready to divide it up for its 2nd rising. Hey guys, for lunch today I'm going to have a salad, and in my salads I've got Velveeta shreds, that is 2 points. I'm going to use 20 grams of raisins, that is 2 points. My Bolt House Ranch, I'm going to use 2 points worth. Croutons, 7 grams for 1 point. I have about 1.5 cups of the garden veggies. I'm going to chop up a Gala apple in it. And this is 2 points for the turkey breast, and I am going to have that in my salad. So my salad will be a 9-point lunch. Okay, now I'm ready to put it into the baking dish. So this is about double. I did, because I think of the rain and everything, I did do it for 3 hours, and I did put it in a warm oven. And all I did for that was I preheated my oven to the lowest setting and then shut it off. Once it hit the preheat, I opened the door for probably about a minute. And then I put it in there and closed the door, and I let it rise an additional 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it out, but it is nice and sticky. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on it. That way I can get it out of the bowl, okay? So I'm going to pause you right here, and then I will show you it into the baking dish. Okay, I have it in my pan, and I have greased it. I have used butter for the grease. And it doesn't say whether to cover it or not, but I'm going to cover it, set it on top of my stove. I have my oven going. And this will rise another 45 minutes, and then I'll pop it in the oven. So I will show you the finished product. Hey guys, for supper we are having the center cut pork chops for 3 points, green beans for 0 points, and a 1 potato for 4 points, plus half a tablespoon of butter on it. So this is a 10-point supper. Hey guys, it is about 9:15 at night, and so I'm going to close this out. I am going to work a little bit on my cross stitch, and then I might do a little more knitting. So this is what I've got so far on this. I am doing it on 32 count country mocha, and I'm using 2 strands of DMC over two squares. And yes, I have a magnifier because these are teeny tiny holes. So I will work on this, close out my video. This is what it is. I'm thinking that, you know, the words go pretty fast on this, so I will do the words and then finish that white in up over here during the daytime. And Miss Callie is already fast asleep, so I am going to watch some YouTube, and I am going to work on this for a little bit, kick my feet up and relax for the night. And I will see you on Tuesday morning. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.